The people deserve more than paperwork. The people deserve more than excuses. The people deserve leadership that is permanent, accountable, and answerable. Sa huli, malinaw ang panawagan ng sambayanang Pilipino. Hindi sapat ang pansamantalang pamumuno sa mga ensyang may hawak ng buhay, kabuhayan at kaligtasan ng ating mga mamamayan. Ang pananagutan ay hindi maaaring acting lamang. Dapat ito'y ganap, malinaw at matatag. Sapagkat sa likod ng bawat pansamantalang desisyon at iniiwasang pananagutan, naroroon ang sambayanang patuloy na nagdurusa at tumihiling ng buong pananagutan mula sa kanilang pamahalaan. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
Majority Leader.
Pare, maganda yan. Agree. Thank you very much, Mr. President. We'd like to congratulate Senator Rodante Marcoleta for very good points being made. Tama po yan, Mr. President. Yung under our rules in the Commission on Appointments, when a secretary appointee has been bypassed 3 times, then the Commission on Appointments must decide whether to accept him or reject him.
On the third time.
On the third time. However, maganda pong punto pinalabas po ni Senator Marcoleta, sila po in acting capacity. Wala po silang ad interim appointment coming from Malacanang. Therefore,
Yes.
there's nothing to act on. And therefore,
let's place that on record so that the public is watching. When a presidential appointee is appointed into a cabinet position, when Congress is not in session, it is called an interim appointment.
yes.
When a cabinet position or person is appointed into the cabinet, when Congress is in session, it is only in an acting capacity.
Yes.
So it is correct, the point being raised by Senator Marcoleta. And I distinctly remember for a number of years, I would like to check how many years it was that Secretary Raul Gonzalez was Secretary of Justice for forever, but never submitted to the Commission on Appointments.
Yes,
Ah.
Mr. President.
Always ad interim.
And I think the crafters of the Constitution try to be sure about the checks and balances of government by having the person or these appointees go through the Commission on Appointments, Mr. President, to look at their background, to look at their fitness for the position. So,
Are there any interpellations,
maybe I recognize Senator...
Senator, the President Pro Temp, Senator Ping Lacson is recognized.
friendly lang yan.
Thank you, Mr. President. If the distinguished gentleman from Pampanga and Tarlac will yield to maybe 1 or 2 questions.
Yes, Mr. President.
First, I'd like to associate myself because this has been lingering for quite some time. And there's so many session breaks that I remember Secretary Dizon has been acting secretary. And during a lunch meeting with Secretary Recto, acting Secretary Recto, acting Executive Secretary, I even reminded him, sabi ko sa kanya, Ralph, mag-re-resume na yung session namin. Kailangan humingi na kayo ng ad interim appointment para ma-take up kayo ng Commission on Appointments. Pag inabot kayo ng session, resumption ng session, you will just be nominated and you cannot perform unless confirmed. So my question, Mr. President, is in terms of authority and mandate, ano po ba ang difference ng full-time secretary and an acting secretary?
Mr. President, pareho lang po yung kanilang gawain, pareho lang ang kanilang pananagutan, ngunit ang pinag-uusapan po yung pagiging official sana. Hindi magiging temporary, hindi acting sana para sa ganon ang kanilang gawain po sana ay palaging nakasalig po sa kagustuhan ng ating saligang batas. Kaya po nangangamba po ang representasyon na ito kung puro acting po, lalabas po silang overacting lahat pagdating ng araw, Mr. President.
In other words, a full-time secretary can perform some long-term policy planning and direction, while an acting secretary, since temporary, short-term lang yung kanyang policy Yes, Mr.
May I
President.
interject? As far as I recall, an acting secretary may not appoint anyone in his cabinet. That's the way I recall it, and I don't think he is allowed to sign for a certain amount of budget or funds. That's why an ad interim appointment is important. That's how I recall it. I can stand corrected later on.
Yeah, I think that is correct, Your Honor, Mr. President. There is some kind of limitation when a secretary has been appointed in an acting capacity. There are several conditions that attach to it, and sometimes he cannot perform some of the things that are within his jurisdiction.
That's why, Mr. President, I'm wondering why Malacanang has not issued ad interim appointments. Because as mentioned by the distinguished gentleman from Tarlac, marami to. DOTR, DPWH, Executive Secretary, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Department of Budget and no, acting lang talaga si parang OIC lang si Yosek Toledo because career. Secretary of Finance, at least 7 PCO, at least 7 cabinet secretaries are in acting capacity. So I wonder why Malacanang, in spite of, I've reminded even acting Secretary Bida during the last Blue Ribbon hearing. I approached him, you better remind Secretary Recto about our conversation that you should be given ad interim appointments because we'll be resuming session on Monday. I remember telling him that. And he said, yes, that's the reason why I'm leaving because I'm having a meeting with the acting executive secretary. But even then, wala rin po nangyari kasi nag-resume na tayo last Monday and no ad interim appointments were signed by the president. I wonder why this is the case, Mr. President. Do you have would like to venture a guess or you have an information?
Your guess is as good as mine, Mr. President. The graver problem is the CA cannot even act on its constitutional duty because they cannot be confirmed even if the President would like it to be so because the CA cannot confirm a secretary who is in an acting capacity. CA can only confirm secretaries who are designated with an ad interim ad interim capacity. So we will be facing a dilemma, Mr. President, that whether Malacanang would submit their names, but these are all in acting capacity, I don't think the CA can act on them because they are not in ad
Being
interim
submitted,
capacity,
yes.
Mr. President.
Based on a Supreme Court decision, a cabinet official who is in an acting capacity may only serve for 1 year. There is a Supreme Court decision to that effect. And then what would happen would be circumvention if they are appointed again in an acting capacity and avoiding the commission on appointments. Now, may we know how many? I hate interpolating from the chair, no. But in as much as you are discussing it already, may we know how many cabinet officials are now in an acting capacity?
As I mentioned, Mr. President, at least 8.
What about the DENR?
Also, the DNR is included, Mr. President. I guess he will be the victim of the three-strike policy that the CA has
Because
already...
he was bypassed twice.
Nakadalawa na kasi, Mr. President.
Yes, so he was bypassed twice. The second bypass was in December. All right? Now, was he appointed after
No.
that?
He should have been appointed in ad interim capacity.
So what is
Before,
there is no secretary of the DNR right now. Is that correct? Senator Tulfo, with the permission of Senator Lacson and Senator Margoleta.
Yes, Mr. President, di po ba na dumana sa CA sila Secretary Lutilla, Secretary Ralph Recto? a previous, pero so kailangan pang bumalik ulit sila sa CA dahil
Yes,
ibang agency.
they were
na.
not approved, yet they were not rejected. They were merely bypassed. Therefore, they may be appointed again. I don't know if he was appointed. If he was appointed after December,
what
then
is
it's an interim appointment.
What are the rules, Mr. President? So we have to clarify this.
Yeah, Mr. President, I think to clarify the point made by the good gentleman from Palawan in the Philippines is that they had already gone to the CA, but that was for their previous appointments. As I believe
Secretary of
Secretary Lutilla was for Department of Energy, and Secretary
Ralph Recto.
Ralph Recto, yes, already got confirmed as finance, but not yet as executive secretary. Secretary Vince Dizon was approved in DOTR, but not as the PWH secretary.
paano to kung active ka rin?
So that's the confusion. But if you are appointed to a new position, you have to come back. Precedents, I've
Yes.
seen it many times. They have
Correct.
to come back.
Correct. But in the case of Secretary Lotilla, if he was not appointed after December, he is not the Secretary of the ENR. And if he was, then ad interim appointment siya because we were on break.
Mr. President, must we inform the executive department regarding this matter? Baka sobrang dami pong ginagawa or busy. We have to inform them at least.
Well, the Senate is invited tomorrow because of the EDCOM presentation, which is a very historical thing. But I am told that there is a LEDAC meeting on Tuesday. Tuesday? Hindi pa. February 10, matagal pa yun. So we will try to bring it up tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. President.
In fact, Mr. President, informally, I did that quite a few times. You know? Whenever I would meet with the Secretary Recto, Secretary Diso, nasaan yung ad interim appointment ninyo? Because we are now, the session, we are now on recess. And it's better that you be given ad interim appointments. Otherwise, yun nga, pag nag-resume ng session, nomination lang kayo. And you cannot perform or you cannot even take your oath unless confirmed by the Commission on Appointments. So anyway, I'm glad and we're thankful that the gentleman from Pampanga and Tarlac has brought up this matter. So all these things will be clarified during the committee hearing or hearings that may be conducted once the referral is made. So this just in jest, Mr. President, this is one of the very few times that I'm in agreement with Senator Marcoleta. So thank you very much, Senator Marcoleta.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mr. President. Mr. President,
Majority Leader.
after discussing with many of our colleagues here, I move that the speech of the good gentleman, so that the committee can act on it and a certain committee can call the stakeholders to a meeting here in the Senate. Particularly, maybe we can have a friendly invitation sent to ES Recto and ask him during a committee hearing, why is there this delay? They may give a better
The
answer.
PLLO we should call the attention of the PLLO.
Yes, Mr. President.
Mr. President, if I may, I'm as
Senator
interested.
Villanueva.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm as interested as you are, Mr. President, when you made mention about a specific example in the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. So, are we saying, Mr. President, that there is no secretary now of the DENR?
Unless he was given an ad interim appointment because he was bypassed December.
Yes, Mr. President,
Therefore,
but there was no such transmittal
there
that
is
ever
no-
happened.
There is nothing. No. The bypass was in December.
Yes.
So if he was not appointed afterwards, then he is not the secretary of the ENR right now.
And everything that he is doing right now, if he is signing contracts, signing appointments, Mr. President, would be null and void, Mr. President?
Yes, that is not allowed. If he was not appointed, we don't know. I don't know for a fact.
Thank you, Mr. President, for that clarification. Thank you.
Okay. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I move that the speech and the discussions done on the floor, the speech of Senator Dante Marcoleta and their interpellations of our dear colleagues, be referred to the committees, two committees, Mr. President. the Blue Ribbon Committee as a primary committee, and the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, Mr. President. Because there's also constitutional questions that would arise with this discussion.
Huh?
So hopefully,
Consti, pwede.
yes, so that we can discuss also the constitutionality of this this acting capacity of our secretaries, Mr. President.
The issue is the question is the interpretation of the provisions of the Constitution. Eh?
That's right.
Yeah, but this is not a constitutional amendment. But you would like the Constitutional Amendments Committee to tackle it?
Yes, so that we can finally, at least together with the Blue Ribbon, if they can come out with a
For
committee
the
report.
accountability, public
Public
accountability,
accountability,
of,
and then they
no,
come up-
accountability of public officers, whether they are accountable or not for what they are
Yes.
doing. All right.
And then they can come out with a statement or a committee report basically laying out the Senate's sense of the Senate on that particular issue. So,
All right. Any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved. So referred.
thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, before we take up admin matters, we'd like to just recognize with us in the gallery today the 10-time world champion for Jiu-Jitsu and MMA, Master Ralph Gracie is here with us.